Stay tuned to the end of this edition of Bish News,
where we'll have an exclusive interview with our principal, Mr. Scrymgeour.
The fashion team will have quite some fun today. You'll find them in the Mass neighborhood practicing their catwalks and modeling skills. This is to prepare for tomorrow's when they get to present their amazing design at the showcase.
That sounds so fun. Maybe I'll even join them and try it out.
Plus, they are choosing their music for the catwalk too.
Moving on to Rube Goldberg, they will continue using their thinking skills and will continue building their chain reactions all around the school.
In robotics, they will choose a team building a robot together. After they finish programming it, they are gonna have a race through the computer science hall.
That sounds so interesting. I wonder which team will win. Moving on to the design team, today they are completing their belts and moving on to a newer project of silverware.
Last but not least, let's talk about the mural team. They will keep on using their creative skills to finish off their murals in Miss Haneka's office. I'm really excited to see the final product. I hope she'll love it.
I know she will. Well, that's all from us for now. This is Marissa.
And this is Wenpei, signing off. Remember to stay ambitious.
And with us today, we have principal of the school, Mr. Scrymgeour. Thank you so much, Mr. Scrymgeour, for doing an interview with us. We greatly appreciate it. So, starting off with our first question, why do you think project-based learning is important here at our school?
I think this is my first year of seeing the project week and the trips happening. It really reinforces why I think it's so important to be doing a lot of the project-based learning, which is all about independence, critical thinking, deeper learning, the opportunity to collaborate with each other. All of those things are happening throughout every project when I'm walking around the school seeing it. I think every student is motivated to achieve the goal by the end of the week. There's a time element, so they're actually working very, very quickly to try and achieve a goal by the end. It reinforces all of those elements which I know are very special about project-based learning, and you're seeing it in evidence around the school this week.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that response. What has impressed you the most about Project Week so far at the school?
I think it's just the size and scale of all of the students being on so many different outcomes, whether it be on trips or whether it be projects. Coming in each day and seeing the progress being made. Sometimes you don't see it till that last burst of activity ready for the Friday, but every day I've come in and seen students progressing, working together, showing all the skills that we want in terms of our values as a school.
Absolutely. And so far, what do you think about the Bish News broadcasts we here at the media team have been making every day?
Well, I think you've done a fantastic job. All of the presenters done well. I know the tech team behind the scenes have done fantastically. My brother in the UK has been watching it and messaging me each day saying, love the news that's being spread by the school. So I've loved it. I thought it's been great to see a range of students each time presenting. I love the interaction as well. It's not just reading the auto cue and the words, it's interacting between each other. So, you've done a fantastic job. I'm really impressed. Well done.
Thank you. And do you have any advice for us going forward in order to improve our broadcasts?
Well, I think keep at it. I was asked whether I wanted to do weekly videos, and I always think I've got a face for radio. So I think it'd be really good if we could have more of the students on screen doing more of these videos throughout the school year. Updates from you, whether it be the end of terms or whether it's special events. You've done such a good job that I think we should be continuing to do it. So stick with this. I'm going to use you much more in the coming terms.
Thank you. And here at our school, we have a big culture surrounding trips and going on these field trips to different parts of the country and within our community. So why do you think trips are important here at Bish?
I think it's the opportunity to go beyond the classroom, see real life beyond. We talk about lots of concepts, whether it be geography, history, current affairs, whatever it might be, but to go out and experience different parts of whether it's your host country, whether you're a visitor like I am to the US, or whether you are from the US, going to see different parts in terms of where we are, our trips are being based is really important. I also think in terms of trips, and I think it's interesting we do it this time of year, is all of the students will come back so much more connected. And I think, this final part of the term will be so great when they've made friends with maybe students they haven't had as much engagement with. And then they'll see the staff, the teachers, the adults that support them in different ways, because again, they're spending lots of time together, they're in different situations. So I think the outcomes are so positive. I'm really looking forward to see how they come back and how they reflect on the trips.
Yeah, absolutely. And just out of curiosity, if you could go on one of the many trips this year, which one would you go on?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think, watching on social media, all the pictures being shared, the emails from parents who've been talking about what their students or their children have been doing, that's a tough choice. I think, Grand Canyon is someone who is, would love to go there. I've not been there yet. That jumped out from those students. San Antonio, the trip, I think it's really difficult to choose. So I think all of them. I think hopefully at some point I get to do all of it.
Yeah. And on a similar note, here at Project Week, which project would you choose, or which one has really caught your eye so far?
Oh, I'm a massive fan of the murals that we have around the school. I want to balance in the long term sort of the school identity in terms of our branding as a school, but also more murals around the school. So I love the one that they're creating at the moment upstairs. I think I would love to have more of those around the school. I think the fashion, that's been great seeing that this morning. But I'm a bit of a sucker for Rube Goldberg. I love Rube Goldberg. And having done Rube Goldberg challenges in the past and never having one done, been perfect, I'm really excited to see what they achieve as a group. So, I'm a bit spoilt for choice there as well.
Yeah. Well, with that concludes our interview here with the principal, Mr. Scrymgeour. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Scrymgeour, for your time. We greatly appreciate it, and we hope to see you again very soon.
Very kind of you. Great.